understand. It's a really terrible feeling like you're a burden, especially if the people around you are the ones pushing the idea on you that you're a burden to them. Nobody should make you feel guilty about the things you can't do for medical reasons. We all have different handicaps and things that get in our way, and the people around us should lovingly try to help us live our best lives in spite of these things, rather than getting irritated with us because of them. As far as feeling guilty is concerned, you have to remind yourself that your health issues are not necessarily your fault, and you shouldn't feel guilty about these things if you can't control them. It's not like you did something wrong by being born that way. You can try your best to remind yourself of these things, and you can also help yourself to feel less like a burden by looking to find the things you can do in spite of any handicaps. There's almost always something you can manage if you look for it. Not all chores, responsibilities, or even careers have the same requirements as others, so you can always try to find little ways to be more independent or contribute more to your own care as much as possible. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily doing anything wrong by not doing those things, but it might help you feel less burdensome in general. Either way, the things you absolutely can't do for medical reasons are not things you should feel guilty about. It may be sad or frustrating, but it's ultimately not something to feel ashamed of or like you're a bad person because you can't do things that other people do or because you need help to get through life. Everyone needs help in some way or another. Some people need more than others. That doesn't necessarily change with age. What's important is being around loving people who will treat you as something valuable and help you when you need it lovingly, rather than treating you like a responsibility they don't want to deal with. Did that help at all? Oh, I hope it did, sweetie. I know it's hard, but we all have things to overcome in our lives. It's up to us whether we choose to let them ruin our lives or whether we figure out a way to live our best lives in spite of them. I think you'll be able to do well if you really put your whole heart into it. You're capable of more than you think. You just need to stop looking at the surface of what you can't do and start looking deeper at what you can do and what you're capable of. Maybe use a little creativity. Being born with a handicap or a disability doesn't have to keep us from being helpful and functional members of society. Lots of people who live with these sorts of things can still move on to do great things with their lives, and you can too.